Hey everybody, it's Kendra. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. So here we are at the end of June, and that means that it is strawberry season, strawberry picking season in Wisconsin. So a few days ago, I went to our local strawberry farm and I picked a lot of strawberries. And I brought them home, and then I froze a bunch of them. And when I froze them, I filmed it. So my video today is going to be sharing how I freeze strawberries. I do want to point out, if you are in the Madison, Wisconsin area, or even Dane County, I go to Carindale Farms in Oregon, Wisconsin, and I love them. I believe this is my 4th year picking berries there. I can't remember. For sure, I've been there at least 3 seasons, possibly 4. Love them. Their berries are delicious. They are super, super nice people. Love going there. The berries were $2.15 a pound. And they definitely were taking the pandemic very seriously. They were only letting people pick in every other row. And then they did have like a big hand washing station set up. And then also when you checked out, they kind of had it set up so there was like a barrier, kind of a window between you and the cashier, and they had a scale kind of outside the window. So it was sort of like a self-checkout. So you would weigh the berries and then they would tell you how much it was, and you would just like slip them money or slip them a check. So anyway, I felt very, very safe. I actually really preferred this every other row picking, because sometimes I feel like the strawberry fields can just be really, really full of people, even if you go super early in the morning, which I always do. So I felt very safe when I was there. The berries are delicious, and I definitely do plan on going back sometime in the next week to pick at least one more box, just for eating fresh, and maybe I'll do a little bit of baking. So when I went to the farm the other day, I ended up picking 2 flats, which a flat is a box, and total weight was about 26 pounds. So of those 26 pounds, I froze about 20. The berries that I didn't freeze, I just kind of used like for eating fresh, and then I did make a batch of strawberry shrub, strawberry rhubarb shrub, and then I also made a plain rhubarb shrub. If you don't know what shrub is, basically it's a drinking vinegar that you mix with seltzer, bubbly water. It's delicious, and I also did a video about it a couple years ago, so I will post that in the description link below. So anyway, freezing strawberries, super, super, super easy process. If you go online, you'll find a lot of different methods. So I'm just sharing what I do. This method might not be the best for you. You might not agree with it, but this is what I do, and it has been perfectly fine for moi. So the reason that I'm freezing berries is to be able to use them later in the year just for smoothies. That's basically all I do with my frozen strawberries. It's just so nice. It just adds that nice, yummy freshness of spring and summer, and oh, it's fabulous. So anyway, when I freeze them, I do not add anything. I don't add sugar. I do not add honey. I feel like I've even seen recipes that say to add Jello powder. So I don't do any of that. Basically, my process is clean really well, like wash really well, let dry really, really, really well. That to me is the key for successfully freezing berries. Let them dry really well and then clean them. I don't clean them before I wash them. I wash them first, then I take off the stem. Then I let them dry a little bit more, then I bag them up, and then I suck out as much air as I can. So if you have a food saver, you could do that, but I tend to suck it out with a straw. And you'll see a nice little demo in a couple minutes of me doing that. So anyway, super easy process. It does take some time. I would say for freezing about 20 pounds, it maybe took me 2 hours. But anywho, let's get into it. Here is my method for freezing strawberries. All right, so here are the berries that I picked, all 26 pounds of them. Aren't they stunning? Oh, they were just beautiful, and they smelled so, so, so good. You can't get berries that smell like this from the store. So the first thing you want to do is clean them. So I like to put, a few good handfuls of berries into a metal colander. This is probably like 1.5 to 2 pounds of berries. And then I like to just take some time and clean them. I like to use a little sprayer function on the faucet. That really seems to help remove dirt and sand. If you see any little bits of straw or, even dead bugs or any sort of leaves or anything, now is the chance to spray it off, to pick it off. But you do want to be gentle with the berries. Don't just go wild and crazy with them.
Still be gentle, but you want to make sure you get them as clean as you possibly can. All right, so now you are gonna wanna use a lot of dish towels. Make sure you have a lot of kitchen towels available for this. So you're gonna take all those berries, put them onto a nice, clean, dry kitchen towel. And basically what I'm gonna do is exactly the same thing with another portion of berries. I'm gonna wash another portion, as you'll see in a second, and then I'm gonna add them to this towel. So basically I can usually clean about 4 pounds of berries per towel, as you'll see in a second. So here I am washing that second portion, getting all the dirt and whatever off of that. And then I'm just adding that to that towel again. So I like to put the berries on a towel first to get off some of the moisture. And then you're gonna see in a second that I'm actually swapping out the towels, as you can see here. So the berries that were on that coral towel have now been transferred over to that gray striped towel. So these 3 towels on this side of the kitchen, this is one of the boxes of strawberries. And then all the berries on the other side, this is from the second box. So the berries that are in those bowls, those are berries that I'm not going to be freezing. So I don't like to wash berries unless I'm going to be using them right away, especially for the berries that I pick myself. These berries are so fresh. I pick them perfectly ripe. So you don't want to be washing them or putting any water into them until you need to. Like if I were to wash these right away and clean them, then they'd probably get a little bit soggy while sitting in the fridge. So with these berries, I don't actually clean them until I actually need to. All right, so now the fun begins. So I have this cool little tool to remove the hulls of the strawberries. And now I've had this tool for about 5 years. It's very, very good quality. I think it's from the brand Chefin. I'll put a link down below. But it's really nice because it just removes the hulls. Sometimes I feel like if you use a knife, you can sometimes remove a little bit too much of the berry and you're kind of wasting a fair amount of the berry. So I love this little tool. It gets out the hull, it doesn't take out much of the fruit, and it's really, really good quality, plus it's dishwasher safe. So anyway, I'm gonna remove all the hulls, remove the stems. I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to pick off any leaves or any other debris or anything that I don't wanna freeze with my berries. And then when I get all of this done, I like to just set the berries kind of where like the stem would have been, that side down. So I like to do this just to let any sort of excess water evaporate, dry out, because I don't want to be freezing these berries with a whole bunch of water. Now, I will say that this process can take some time, so I'd highly suggest maybe moving a laptop into your kitchen and watch a show, or if you have a TV in your kitchen, turn that on. At least turn on the radio, listen to some music, because this can get real boring. So here we are, I've done all of the berries, I've gotten all of the hulls off, and they're looking good. They're looking pretty clean, and they're all very, very dry. So woohoo, that probably took me about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. So here I've got some bags. You wanna label your bags with obviously the name of the farm, the date, and what it is. I mean, I think strawberries are pretty obvious. And now you want to fill up your bag. So I don't go too wild when I fill them up. I don't want the berries to have to be like a smushed up block of berries just to get it closed. So I like to make it so that it's pretty easy to close, just like so. And now you want to suck out as much air as you can. So I like to put a straw in, zip up the bag as much as I can, and suck to try to vacuum seal this. And there you have it. So I did end up getting 12 quarts of strawberries from, it was about 20 pounds that I froze, so I got about 12 quarts. So yeah, they look great. I threw these in the freezer and we are all set.
All right, and as we are a few days later, this is what the berries look like when they're frozen. Now, I do not like to pack these in super, super tight because you don't want just a big block of berries. But I want to show you what you need to do if it does. Because these, some on the bottom, like these are smushed together. So basically you're just going to do one of these. Sorry to the neighbors who live underneath us. But anywho, just a nice drop on the floor will allow your berries to sort of separate and break apart. So that's it, super, super easy process. If you guys are picking berries or just, you know, buying berries in the store or whatever, let me know what you're doing. Are you making jam? Are you making pies, cakes? I actually just made a gluten-free vegan cheesecake last night. So today I'm gonna be using some of my berries to make a nice strawberry rhubarb sauce to put on top. So anywho, I hope you guys are doing great. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.